Let's practice some more thinking in English with daily activities. Imagine you are at home, getting ready for the day. You can think like this: I wake up early. I turn off the alarm. I sit up in bed, I stretch my arms. I stand up. I walk to the bathroom. I brush my teeth. I wash my thinkly face. I comb my hair. I feel fresh. I choose my clothes. I get dressed. I make my bed. I open the window. I breathe in the fresh air. I feel ready for the day. Now let us repeat some of these sentences slowly together. I wake up early. I turn off the alarm. I sit up. I stretch. I brush my teeth. I wash my face. I comb my hair. I get dressed. I make my bed. I open the window. I breathe in the fresh air. I feel ready. When you practice like this, you are training your mind to think in English naturally. It becomes easier every time you do it. Now, let's imagine you are making a simple breakfast. I go to the kitchen. I open the fridge. I take out some eggs. I take out some bread. I put the bread in the toaster. I heat a pan. I crack the eggs. I cook the eggs. I butter the tacks. Toast. I pour a glass of juice. I sit down at the table. I eat my breakfast slowly. I enjoy every bite. I feel satisfied. Now slowly repeat with me. I go to the kitchen. I take out some eggs. I put the bread in the toaster. I heat a pan. I cook the eggs. I sit down. I eat slowly. I enjoy my breakfast. I feel satisfied. Thinking in English about food is a good habit. You can practice this every morning. Now let us think about another part of your day, getting ready to go out. I pick up my bag. I check if I have everything. I take my phone. I take my wallet. I check the time. I put on my shoes. I put on my jacket. I leave the house. I lock the door. I start walking. I feel the fresh air. I feel good. Repeat slowly. I pick up my bag. I take my phone. I take my wallet. I put on my shoes. I leave the house. I lock the door. I start walking. I feel good. Now imagine you are going to meet a friend. I walk to the bus stop. I wait for the bus. The bus arrives. I get on. I find a seat. I look out the window. I enjoy the ride. I get off the bus. I walk to the cafe. I see my friend. I smile. I say hello. We hug. We sit at a table. We talk. We laugh. We enjoy our time together. Let us practice this slowly. I walk to the bus stop. I wait for the bus. I get on. I find a seat. I get off. I see my friend. I smile. We sit. We talk. We enjoy. Thinking in English about your social life can help you feel more confident when you meet people. You already have the sentences in your mind. Now think about when you are shopping for groceries. I take a shopping bag. I go to the store. I pick a shopping cart. I walk through the aisles. I pick up some fruit. I check the price. I choose some vegetables. I put them in the cart. I pick up some milk. I look for some bread. I go to the cashier. I pay. I pack my groceries. I thank the cashier. I leave the store. I go back home. Let us repeat together slowly. I take a shopping bag. I go to the store. I pick up fruit. I choose vegetables. I buy some milk. I pay. I thank the cashier. I leave the store. Now let us practice thinking in English when we are cooking dinner. I go to the kitchen. I wash my hands. I wash the vegetables. I cut the vegetables. I heat the oil in the pan. I add the vegetables. I stir them. I add some spices. I cook for a few minutes. I taste the food. I serve the food on plates. I sit at the table. I eat. I enjoy the meal. Now say it with me slowly. I go to the kitchen. I wash the vegetables. I cut the vegetables. I cook. I serve the food. I eat. I enjoy. When you do this every day, thinking in English becomes a natural part of your life. Let us now think about when you are cleaning your home. I pick up the broom. I sweep the floor. I dust the furniture. I clean the windows. I vacuum the carpet. I mop the floor. I wipe the table. I wash the dishes. I take out the trash. I fold the laundry. I feel happy when my home is clean. Repeat with me slowly. I sweep the floor. I clean the windows. I vacuum. I wash the dishes. I fold the laundry. I feel happy. Let us also think in English when I am relaxing. I sit on the sofa. I take a deep breath. I close my eyes for a moment. I open a book. I read slowly. I enjoy the story. I drink a cup of tea. I listen to some soft music. I feel calm. I relax. Let us repeat slowly. I sit on the sofa. I take a deep breath. I open a book. I read. I enjoy. I relax. Now, let's imagine you are talking on the phone. I pick up the phone. I call my friend. I say hello. I ask, "How are you?" My friend says, "I'm good." I say, "I'm happy to hear that." We talk about our day. We make plans to meet. We say goodbye. I hang up. I feel happy. Repeat with me. I pick up the phone. I call my friend. I say hello. We talk. We make plans. I say goodbye. I feel happy. Even when you are using your computer, you can think in English. I turn on the computer. I open my email. I read my messages. I reply. I open a document. I write. I save my work. I close the computer. I feel productive. Repeat slowly. I turn on the computer. I check my email. I reply. I write. I save my work. I feel productive. Now, let us practice with daily transportation. I get on my bicycle. I put on my helmet. I start riding. I feel the wind. I ride carefully. I stop at the traffic light. I cross the street. I enjoy the ride. I reach my destination. I park my bicycle. I feel good. Repeat after me. I get on my bicycle. I ride. I stop. I cross. I enjoy. I park. I feel good. Thinking in English during your daily activities builds your confidence. It also helps you think faster. You won't need to translate in your head. You will start to speak English naturally and you will feel more fluent every day. Let us now think in English about things we do every evening. Imagine you come home after a long day. You can say in your mind, I arrive home. I take off my shoes. I hang up my jacket. I wash my hands. I change into comfortable clothes.